Southeast Australia is the stronghold of an endangered marsupial. Koalas thrive in a eucalyptus forest, surrounded by their favorite food. Much of their day is spent eating and sleeping, but their gentle appearance belies a fierce nature. Males constantly clash over females, and battles between the sexes can be ferocious. Each year, trees welcome new arrivals as the next generation joins the koalas of Otway Forest. Otway Forest in Victoria, Southeast Australia, is crowded with rare and unique wildlife. Although much of Australia is dry, due to heavy frequent rain in the east, thick forest blankets a large area near the coast. Otway Forest is relatively undisturbed by people. And full of eucalyptus, evergreen trees native to Australia. It's home to some of Australia's famous faces, like the eastern grey kangaroo. An alpha male keeps a watchful eye over a 10-strong group. A new arrival peers at the outside world. Kangaroos are marsupials. Their young, not born fully developed, are carried and suckled in a special pouch on the mother's belly. And high up among the trees are some of the most famous marsupials of all, koalas. They're doing what koalas are famous for: sleeping. This is a female. She's carrying her baby, known as a joey, inside her pouch. Special muscles open and close the pouch and help keep her joey safe. A large male, meanwhile, is on the move. Koalas are surprisingly nimble. They can easily leap almost 7 feet, especially when they're looking for food. Eucalyptus leaves are the koala's staple diet. They can be difficult to reach. They're often bunched high up among the trees. Koalas have to crawl along spindly branches to get them. That takes a lot of concentration. Koalas might seem the wrong shape for what looks like tightrope walking, but they are built to forage high up in the trees. Two of the toes on the front paws are opposed like human thumbs, and a big gap between their second and third toe helps them grip. They can wrap their paws around branches. Special hind paws help too. Their big toes have no nails, which helps them to hold on tightly when they're climbing. There are more than 700 types of eucalyptus trees, but koalas only eat the leaves from about 60 of them. And one is a particular favorite. Eucalyptus viminalis, better known as manna gum. Manna gum trees are common in Otway Forest. So are koalas. A close look reveals the forest is dotted with them. Here, there's at least one koala on every other tree. Some trees are even more crowded with koalas. Most of them are asleep. But despite their docile appearance, they can be feisty, especially large males. Males are bigger than females, and usually weigh about 26 pounds. He has a patch of bare skin on his chest. It's a scent gland and secretes a substance he uses to mark his territory. This male is especially big. He has several battle scars on his nose and has been named Bull. Bull is one of the strongest koalas in this part of the forest. And the stronger the males are, the more females they attract. Bull seems in a hurry to get down on the ground, but he has to be extra vigilant on the forest floor. The hairs on his ears stick out, a sign he's listening for danger. Predators, like dingoes. Male koalas in Otway Forest only travel around 65 feet every few days because there are so many eucalyptus. Crossing the ground can be a quick way of moving around the forest, but he's much more at home among the trees. Bull rubs his chest against the trunk as he climbs. He's scent marking his territory, using the gland on his chest to warn other males. And he reinforces his presence with growls. They are surprisingly deep and intimidating, at a pitch more typical of a much larger animal, like an elephant. They can be heard several miles away. But Bull doesn't have everything his own way. This part of Otway Forest is home to another bruiser. Kong. Kong is just as big as Bull, and he doesn't seem intimidated by Bull's growling. Kong slowly climbs a tree close to where Bull sits. It's unlikely he's actually seen him, though. Koalas have poor eyesight. But once he's up among the trees, Kong lets it rip. He tells everyone listening that he's arrived. His growls seem to have stunned his rival into silence. But a few branches above him, Bull gets his nerve back. The war of words escalates. Neither koala backs down. So Bull changes tactics. Climbing down to the ground, it looks like Bull plans to take the fight to his rival. But Kong is up to the challenge. He meets Bull head on. Bull seems surprised, but quickly recovers. Kong considers his next move. Fighting could be fatal. He needs to be careful. But Bull won't give up. He tackles Kong again, but Kong is more than his match. And Bull finally has had enough. Kong's won this battle, but there will be many more. Koalas in Otway Forest don't have set breeding seasons. There are always some females ready to breed, so males fight every day to prove their superiority. It's now the end of June and midwinter in Australia. Early morning, and plants glisten with frost as temperatures dip. High among the branches, several koalas are sleeping soundly. They sleep rolled up in a ball, legs and arms tucked into their fur to help stop heat escaping and save energy. As the sun warms the forest, a koala stirs. It's a gentle start to the morning. First, some light stretching. Two of its toes are fused together, but the claws are separate. This makes a good comb, and it works especially well on unkept fur. The sun rises slowly. So does a sleepy koala. It takes a near disaster to wake it up properly. And it sounds like someone nearby finds it funny. Laughing kookaburras are a large species of kingfisher and among Australia's most famous birds. The crimson rosella is less well known and quieter. It comes to the forest to feed on eucalyptus seeds. A koala is still getting ready for the day. Hanging from a branch is an opportunity to stretch and have a good scratch. Finally, it's ready for breakfast. Eucalyptus leaves are low in nutrients, high in fiber, and very hard to digest. Koalas have a special part in their intestine called a cecum, which is very long and contains millions of microorganisms that break down the leaves, so they're easier to absorb. Before it eats a leaf, the koala sniffs it. This helps it select leaves that should be easier to digest. Very few animals can eat such tough leaves. Koalas have the eucalyptus practically to themselves. But having such a high-fiber diet comes at a cost. They have to keep the eucalyptus leaves in their digestive system for a long time to maximize the energy they can extract. And that means they need a lot of sleep. Another settles down for a nap, its body wedged between the branches. After the brief burst of activity, all falls quiet. Koalas can sleep for up to 20 hours a day. Longer periods of sleep are broken up by many shorter periods of feeding. One hour's eating, several hours sleeping. The pattern continues day and night. Koalas need to consume almost 1.5 pounds of eucalyptus a day to get the nourishment they need. And that means an incredible number of leaves. At least 1,400. It's impossible to digest that many leaves at once. That's why koalas eat a small number at regular intervals throughout the day. But that's not always easy. A storm rolls in. Hail peppers the forest. And fierce winds whip through the trees. A koala seems determined to keep feeding. Eventually, though, it's too dangerous. Its forced to sit out the storm. Another koala makes an escape. The rain builds, and the waiting game begins. Fortunately, the next day, it's a different picture. Soggy fur slowly dries under the warmth of the sun. The koalas' energy levels are low because of the interruption to their feeding pattern. It's important they eat right away. One koala has something else on his mind. Bull is on the move. Loud growls fill the air. Bull is put off. He can see the koala making the noise above him. It's a female, and she's trying to get away. But Bull hopes to mate and keeps up his approach. The female's growls grow more hoarse. They're a warning to Bull not to come any closer. But Bull won't be deterred. He doesn't know if she's in season or not, and continues to advance. It's a tense standoff. The female stands her ground. But Bull edges even closer and makes a sudden move. The female ignores him. Bull won't give up. But the female wants nothing to do with him. Bull backs off. The female has a baby, and she won't accept any male's advances. Because male koalas can't tell when females are in season, they try to mate whenever they can. But Bull seems to have got the message. Meanwhile, another female's being pursued. Her growls deepen. The male is slowly getting closer. He ignores her growls and continues his approach. But this is a different situation to Bull's mating attempt. The female hasn't got a baby and is in season. He makes his move, and the female fights back ferociously. The male backs down. Female koalas choose the strongest males to mate with. Scientists believe that females use fighting to test the male's strength and suitability. The male comes back again to try to prove himself. It's a vicious fight, and it looks like they're evenly matched. But eventually, the female proves stronger. The male gives up. After his unsuccessful mating attempt, he sends out one last thunderous growl. Maybe it's a last attempt to show his strength. Or maybe it's just frustration. August arrives, and Otway Forest welcomes a new face. The joey is 6 months old and about to leave its mother's pouch for the first time. Before it can digest eucalyptus, its mother first needs to provide it with special bacteria. She excretes a substance called pap, which the joey eats. It's full of the microorganisms it needs, and is even thought to taste like eucalyptus. After it's fed, the joey disappears back into the safety of its mother's pouch, and the mother gets back to business. Another mother is trying to sleep, but her joey is getting restless. As the joey stirs, its mother wakes. It's time for food. The joey clings on tightly to its mother's fur. As the mother feeds, the joey takes the opportunity to leave the pouch. Suddenly, the mood changes. The mother shields her joey and growls defensively. A male koala has seen them. The mother growls a warning, but the male is blinded by a desire to mate. He doesn't seem to notice the joey. As the male edges closer, the mother is very vulnerable. She has to try and dodge the attack and protect her joey. They're 30 feet above the ground, and the joey might not survive a fall. The mother puts up a fierce fight until the male finally retreats. Mother and joey are safe. Once the male has definitely gone, the joey climbs back into its mother's pouch, shaken but unharmed. For some young koalas, the maternal bond seems hard to break. Nearby is a female and her 2-year-old joey. He had left his mother, but he's returned to see her. Unfortunately, it's not a happy homecoming. She's angry he's not become completely independent. The son stays close, but his mother makes it clear she doesn't want him anywhere near. His days with his mother are over. Otway Forest is crowded with joeys of all ages. And for one, this is a special day. It's around 8 months old and spending more time outside the pouch. It's got the bacteria it needs to digest eucalyptus leaves. But now, it has to learn how to eat them. It watches its mother and gives it a try. But eating the leaves isn't as easy as it looks, and it hasn't got all its adult teeth yet. But it doesn't give up. Closely watching which leaves its mother eats and remembering their smell is a vital lesson. It keeps practicing, one bite at a time. The joey will suckle for another 6 months. And during this time, it will master how to eat eucalyptus. By the time it's a year old, it will be able to digest a whole leaf. Then